Welcome to BD Daily Tech News Podcast, your daily briefing on tech and innovation. Today is 2026, May 27th, and the theme is simple. AI is not one wave, it is 5 waves arriving at the same beach, and somebody forgot to bring towels.
Great. So the future is wet, confusing, and probably subscription-based. We have OpenAI doing news deals, NVIDIA making GPUs easier to boss around, AI agents stressing out companies, and everyone asking whether jobs are safe or just wearing a fake mustache.
Story 1. OpenAI announced a strategic content partnership with Grupo Folha and Grupo UOL in Brazil. The goal is to bring trusted Brazilian journalism into ChatGPT with attribution and transparency, which matters because AI search is becoming a front door to news.
So instead of ChatGPT acting like that friend who repeats your joke louder and gets the credit, it has to point back to the newsroom. That sounds healthier, although I will still side-eye any robot that says, "Trust me, I read it somewhere."
Exactly. The simple tech version is retrieval. The model can ground answers in licensed or partnered content instead of only relying on training memory. For normal users, that can mean better local context. For publishers, it is a test of whether attribution becomes traffic, revenue, or just a polite digital footnote.
Next up, NVIDIA decided developers did not have enough acronyms in their diet. CUDA 13.3 brings CUDA tile programming in C++, Compile IQ auto-tuning, and Python updates. Somewhere, a GPU engineer just whispered, "Finally, my compiler has a gym membership."
The practical point is big. Tile programming lets developers break GPU work into structured chunks, like organizing a warehouse into labeled shelves instead of throwing boxes into a tornado. Compile IQ then searches compiler options to find faster performance for a specific kernel, which is the hot loop where the expensive math happens.
I like that, because performance tuning used to feel like sacrificing a keyboard under a full moon. If auto-tuning saves developer time, that helps startups, researchers, and enterprises stretch their compute budgets instead of buying another server and calling it strategy.
Story 3 stays with NVIDIA, but shifts to science. The RTX Pro 4500 Blackwell is being positioned for genomics and protein folding workloads. In plain English, this is about speeding up the analysis of DNA and molecular structures, 2 foundations of precision medicine.
So the GPU is not just helping render dragons or train chatbots. It is helping scientists ask, what is this disease doing, and which molecule might stop it? That is the rare tech pitch, where faster actually could mean earlier answers, not just a smoother animation of a wallet emptying itself.
Story 4. MIT Technology Review published on organizational design in the age of agentic AI. The striking numbers are that 85% of organizations say they want to be agentic within 3 years, but 76% say their current operations and infrastructure cannot support that change.
That is the corporate version of buying a race car and realizing your driveway is a staircase. Everyone wants agents that book meetings, write reports, and update systems, but half the company data is still named final, really final spreadsheet.
Now the disagreement segment. MIT Technology Review also ran a reality check on AI jobs hysteria, arguing there is still limited evidence of large-scale labor market impact from AI. I think the panic headline is overdone. The job market is not a cartoon cliff with every accountant sprinting off the edge.
I disagree with your calm little spreadsheet blanket. The aggregate numbers may look stable, but the entry-level rung can still rot quietly. If AI handles first drafts, basic analysis, and junior coding tasks, how do beginners get the reps that turn them into seniors?
That is fair, and I will reverse part of my take. The apocalypse story is weak, but the apprenticeship story is serious. The actionable move for workers is not to become anti-AI. It is to document judgment, domain knowledge, client communication, and the ability to check AI output under real constraints.
So today's recap. AI news needs attribution. GPU tools are getting more humane. Blackwell chips are moving into medicine. Companies want agents before they have agent-ready plumbing. And the job panic is not fake, but it is more sneaky than cinematic.
If you lead a team, audit your workflows before buying Agentic AI. If you are a developer, watch CUDA 13.3 because performance tooling affects cost. If you are early in your career, use AI like a coach, not a crutch, and build the human skills automation cannot easily certify.
And if your company says it is ready for AI agents, ask where the data lives. If the answer is somewhere in Dave's inbox, congratulations. You do not have a transformation strategy. You have a treasure hunt. Subscribe to BD Daily Tech News Podcast and tell us which story you want us to unpack next.